My F19 new BF, M23, has an STD. I, F19, have been dating this guy, M23, for 4 months. We recently made it official. I lost my virginity to him a month ago and decided to go on birth control. Last night he had trouble getting hard with a condom on and asked if he could try it without and promised to pull out. I agreed because I wanted to make sure he finished too. He didn't pull out in time and was really freaked out about it. He was really sweet and bought me a plan B just in case because the birth control is new. Today I got a Snapchat from him saying that I might want to get tested just in case because he was given HIV by his ex. I've been doing research and I am freaking out because it doesn't look curable and asked him why he didn't bring it up. He said there's a huge stigma around it and he was afraid I would have ghosted him if he told me. I probably would have earlier on in the relationship, but I really have feelings for this guy now and don't know what to do. I can't talk to anybody else about this because my family is really religious and doesn't even know I'm dating. Update. He's driving me to urgent care because I don't have a car and he's taking 100% responsibility for any medical costs. Thank you guys so much for your responses. I feel so stupid I'm gonna end it TN. I appreciate all of you so much, this has been so helpful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nurse here. You need to call a doctor immediately and be put on something called PEP. Post-exposure prophylaxis. Ideally it should be started within 72 hours after exposure. Your doctor should also do a full STD panel, which will be too soon to detect HIV but can detect if he gave you anything else with a shortened incubation period. Your doctor or any other healthcare provider administering the test should let you know when to come back to be screened for HIV, likely after you complete the post-exposure prophylactic drugs. So around a month, and then likely again after 90 days. Post-exposure. You should also find out if your boyfriend is actively on medications for his HIV and if he has recently had his viral load checked, and if he says no, tell him to get it checked as soon as possible. If he is on medication and the viral load is undetectable, it also greatly lowers your risk of contracting the virus. I won't give unsolicited relationship advice. Other people have given you some very good advice and also very important information and resources. What I can say is that you should absolutely not participate in any further unprotected sexual encounters with this individual. Please, please, please go to urgent care ASAP. You'll need to start PEP. But go, go, go. I cannot stress this enough. Every minute counts. Edit. Also, stop talking to that POS. In some states, it is a criminal offense to knowingly expose someone to an STD. If he said any of this to you by text, you will have evidence to go to the police. Please go to urgent care. What he did to you is wrong and illegal in many places. In many places in the US, you can file police charges against him for sexual battery. It was his responsibility to notify you of his HIV status. I recommend that you see your physician immediately and contact an attorney. Here's a very good article about laws in different states. www.verywellhealth.com/hivecriminalsb state 48705. Op. I am so sorry you are going through this. If you are actually looking for advice, run. Run far. Far away from this man. He infected you with HIV knowingly and willingly. He knew what he was doing when he asked to have sex without the condom. And he chose to finish inside of you. Do not believe otherwise. It is a lie that men say they couldn't pull out in time. All men know when they are about to come. He came inside of you on purpose and infected you on purpose. That, by definition, is rape, because you did not consent to that. Please go straight to urgent care or the There are drugs that can be given, if taken soon enough, that will prevent the virus from spreading in your body. Do not put this off. Go straight there and be 100% honest with the doctors. You don't need to tell your family. But for the love of God, please do not speak to this man ever again. Sincerely, another girl who was manipulated by a man way too old to be dating her. He knew he had HIV, ejaculated inside you after talking you into not using a condom, and now wants to act like it's not a big deal? Herpes isn't a huge deal. HIV can cause massive long-term health issues, especially in women of childbearing age. He can go to prison for what he did in exposing you like that. Please, please, please break up with him. Not because he's HIV positive, but because he lied to you and risked your health. My friend who is HIV positive is the one that linked this to me, and we're both in open-mouthed shock. Because that's not the actions of someone who cares. Is he taking daily medication to control his HIV? If not, your exposure risk is exponentially higher. Someone who takes their medication daily can often have undetectable levels of the virus. But you still need to use protection every time for your own safety. You need to request HIV testing and post-exposure prophylaxis medication. You can do that through your local health department or your primary care physician, or a place like Planned Parenthood. Please take this seriously. He committed a crime and risked your health for reasons that ring rather hollow. If he cared about you, he wouldn't have risked your health. He would have given you the options to protect yourself. Get into an urgent care or emergency room immediately to request PrEP. After that, report this asshole to the local law enforcement. He purposefully and knowingly exposed you to HIV. That is a criminal act that can be prosecuted. Make sure you have evidence of the Snapchat message where he told you about his HIV status. After taking these steps, block him on all forms of contact. Call the cops on that POS. What he did was illegal. How the fuck does someone with HIV suggest removing a condom? Leave dude immediately. This is a chargeable offense. You need to go to the police. He's lied about this. I wouldn't doubt he's lied about other things and women. Who else is he infecting? It's your duty to go to the police. Today he tells you, not before you all made it official. Not before you all had unprotected sex. Today. He told you today. Read that one more time. He kept a very important fact about himself from you. He has a very serious disease and decides to keep that to himself all the while he is having unprotected sex with you. And you don't know what to do. He kept the fact that he has a terrible disease from you, and you really have feelings for him. Girl, he has no feelings for you whatsoever. None at all. You don't have unprotected sex with someone, all the while knowing you are HIV positive, knowing it's a good possibility to pass it on to the person you're having sex with and care about them. He did all of those things. Girl, there's not the slightest possibility that he cares for you. He's deceitful and obviously doesn't care about anyone else's well-being, let alone yours, or he would have told you. And when you became official, that means your well-being should be at the very top of his list, and it is not. It's a really new relationship, and I get that you care very much about him, as you stated that you really have feelings for this guy. As I stated, this is a very new relationship. 6 months at that. And within those 6 months he has already been very deceitful, uncaring and untrustworthy. Do you really want to be with a man that has already shown you what terrible qualities he has? After a year, there's absolutely no telling what else he could be deceitful about. Holy what? Girl, please follow the advice above. It's one thing to talk to you about it beforehand, and for you to make decisions together. It's another to not tell you until after unprotected sex. If he doesn't care about your health, He's a huge boss. Get far away from him. That's a literal crime in some places. HIV is serious. I hope this is a karma farming post. I am really sorry this happened to you. What he did was a crime. You have been sexually assaulted. He was aware of his HIV status and chose to not tell you. It's a difficult thing to live with, but that doesn't mean you lie by omission to your sexual partners. It is a crime and a huge betrayal of trust. That is literally a crime. This is sexual assault where I live. He purposely had sex with you while he had an STD without telling you, which you did not consent to. Please press charges. Do not let him do this to another girl. HIV can take up to 6 months to show up in a blood screening. If this dude intentionally and knowingly infected you with HIV, you need to report him to the police. That is literally a crime. Get it in text that he knew he had it and he also pushed for no condom. This guy is a disgusting asshole and he took advantage of you. Get a lawyer and sue him. Put him in jail if you can. This man is not sweet for taking you to the doctors or giving you a plan B. He came in you without your consent and put it in raw knowing he has a serious STD. Go to the doctor. Lawyer up. Jail him. Therapy. He didn't find out about the HIV overnight. He would need to get tested and wait for the results. He knew he had HIV when he slept with you. And it does not sound like he is on the meds that make him unable to spread it, or else he would have mentioned it. Dump him and get yourself tested. And then retested in 3 months. Call your local clinic and tell them that you have been exposed. They may have options for you. You may even be able to press charges against him. Don't panic. The odds of catching HIV during one-time PIV sex is low. You just need to be safe. Did he mean HPV?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.